Welcome back to another episode of our series, where we relive some of the greatest cricketing battles ever played. Today we will take you back to the year 2025 for what was a thrilling encounter between Australia and South Africa in the third ODI of their five-match series. With the series tied at 1-1, the stage was set for a grand finale as both teams aimed to claim victory and secure the series win. The Australian team, led by the experienced Steve Smith, had a solid lineup. That included the likes of David Warner, Mitchell Marsh, and the brilliant Adam Zampa. On the other side, South Africa, under the captaincy of the dynamic Jamin Malin, boasted a formidable squad, with players like Quinton de Kock, Aiden Markram, and the dangerous David Miller. The toss took place and Australia elected to bat first. Little did they know they were in for a tough ride. The Proteas started strong with Kagiso Rabada and Amrik Nortje causing havoc in the Australian lineup. Rabada's pinpoint Yorkers and Nortje's sheer pace proved to be a handful for the batsmen. The early loss of David Warner only added to Australia's woes, as they found themselves in a precarious position. As the Australian batsmen struggled to cope with the South African onslaught, it was left to Steve Smith and Mitchell Marsh to stabilize the innings. Smith, known for his elegant stroke play, showcased his class while Marsh played the role of the anchor. They forged a crucial partnership, rebuilding the Australian innings and bringing some much-needed stability. However, just when it seemed like they had weathered the storm, South Africa struck back. In a double blow, both Smith and Marsh fell in quick succession, leaving Australia reeling once again. This time it was Zono and Miller who joined forces to continue the fight back. Miller, with his aggressive approach, looked to be in good touch, smashing boundaries at will. However, just as he was threatening to take control of the match, he was dismissed, much to the relief of the Australian team. With wickets falling at regular intervals, Australia's innings came under pressure. The middle order failed to contribute, and soon they were on the brink of collapse. It was left to Alex Carey and Pat Cummins to try and salvage some respectability to their innings. They formed a solid last-wicket partnership, frustrating the South African bowlers and denying them a clean sweep. However, their efforts could only take Australia so far, and eventually they were all out, leaving South Africa with a challenging target to chase. The equation was simple for the Proteas. A win would secure the series victory, while anything less would allow Australia to level the series and take it to a decider. As the South African opener stepped onto the field, the atmosphere was electric. The fans were on the edge of their seats, eager to witness their team's triumph. The Proteas got off to a steady start, but the Australian bowlers, led by the wily Adam Zampa, kept things tight. Zampa's variations and clever use of the crease made it difficult for the batsmen to score freely. Despite the pressure, the South African batsmen held firm and rotated the strike, keeping their composure. As the run chase progressed, the tension mounted. The required run rate steadily increased, putting the South Africans under more pressure. But to their credit, they remained focused and determined to chase down the target. The partnership between Jamin Malin and Quinton de Kock proved to be a crucial one. They played with patience and calculated risk, rotating the strike and finding gaps in the field whenever possible. Their calm and collective approach provided stability to the South African innings. As the match entered its final overs, the excitement reached fever pitch. The crowd roared with every boundary, urging their team to cross the line. South Africa needed 10 runs to win off the last over bowled by Pat Cummins. The equation was now a simple one. Every ball mattered. The first 4 deliveries of the over went in South Africa's way. They managed to score 7 runs, leaving them needing 3 runs to win off the last ball. All eyes were on the Proteas batsman as he stepped up to face the final delivery. It was a must-hit situation, and what followed was nothing short of magic. In a stunning turn of events, the South African batsman smashed the ball over the ropes, sealing a remarkable victory for his team. The crowd erupted in joyous celebration as their team secured the series win. The Proteas players were filled with excitement and relief, having successfully defended a challenging total. The match had its moments of drama, suspense, and brilliance, keeping the spectators on the edge of their seats throughout. It was a true testament to the unpredictability of cricket and the nail-biting finishes it often produces. In the end, South Africa's superior bowling attack proved to be the difference maker. Rabada and Nortje's early burst and Zampa's variations in the middle overs put Australia on the back foot. Although Miller's dismissal stalled their momentum, Malin and de Kock's composed partnership ensured they reached the target. For Australia, Steve Smith's half-century provided some stability in an otherwise shaky innings. Adam Zampa's for 60 was a standout performance, but it wasn't enough to prevent his team from suffering a series defeat. Here are the full stats of the match. The result left Australia with a lot to ponder as they look to regroup and make a strong comeback in the remaining matches of the series. The spotlight now shifts to the upcoming encounters, where both teams will be eager to claim victory and keep their hopes of series glory alive. Australia will be eager to bounce back after their disappointing loss in the previous match. They'll need to find ways to improve their batting, particularly in the middle order, where they struggled to build partnerships and accelerate the scoring rate. The team management may consider making some tactical adjustments to their batting lineup, providing opportunities to some of the bench players to step up and contribute. On the bowling front, Australia has the luxury of a well-balanced attack. Adam Zampa as leg spin and the pace duo of Stark and Hazelwood have the potential to cause problems. For the South African batsmen, the team's fielding, which was below par in the last match, will also need to improve if they want to restrict South Africa's run flow and create opportunities to take wickets. South Africa, on the other hand, will be brimming with confidence after their hard-fought victory in the previous match. The team's bowling attack, led by the experienced Kagiso Rabada, was the standout performer, restricting Australia to a below-par total. Rabada's ability to take early wickets and contain the opposition has been crucial to South Africa's success. In the batting department, Jamin Malin and Quinton de Kock's partnership played a pivotal role in chasing down the target. Their calm and composed approach laid the foundation for the team's victory. South Africa's middle-order batsmen will need to continue their good form and provide valuable contributions to ensure their dominance in the series. Looking ahead to the upcoming matches, the series seems poised on a knife's edge, with both teams showing glimpses of brilliance and vulnerability. The next few encounters promise to be intense and closely fought, as Australia looks to level the series and South Africa aims to secure a clean sweep. Cricket enthusiasts are in for a treat as these two evenly matched sides battle it out in what is expected to be a thrilling contest. Now let's move on to our brief chat with the legends. Our first guest on the show today is the legendary South African cricketer Johnny Rhodes. Known for his exceptional fielding skills and elegant stroke play, Rhodes was a key member of the South African team that won the Cricket World Cup in 1999. During his international career, he represented South Africa in 50 tests and 235 ODIs, amassing over 7,000 runs and taking almost 200 wickets. Upon his retirement from professional cricket, Rhodes transitioned into coaching and mentoring young players. He has worked with various teams, including the South African national team, Mumbai Indians in the IPL, and currently serves as the fielding coach for the Kolkata Knight Riders in the IPL. Now let's ask our first question. We would love to hear your thoughts on South Africa's performance in the series so far. How do you assess their chances in the remaining matches? Well, I think South Africa has shown some really good signs. They've got off to a decent start in the series, and the way the bowlers have taken wickets at crucial moments has been impressive. If they can maintain the consistency and build partnerships, they definitely have the momentum and the skill to beat any team in the world. Our next guest is the former Australian captain and one of the greatest batsmen of his generation, Ricky Ponting. Renowned for his aggressive style of play and leadership skills, Ponting led Australia to numerous victories, including the Cricket World Cups in 2003 and 2007. He is the only Australian to have won the ICC's highest individual award, the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for the world's No. 1 Test batsman and the world's No. 1 ODI batsman. Ponting's remarkable career spanned over 16 years, during which he captained Australia in 231 Test matches and 226 ODIs. He amassed over 13,000 runs in Test cricket and more than 14,000 runs in ODIs, cementing his status as one of Australia's most successful batsmen. Following his retirement, Ponting has continued his involvement in cricket as a commentator and a coach, mentoring young players and sharing his vast experience. Now let's ask our first question. What do you think Australia needs to do differently in the upcoming matches to turn the tide in their favor? Well, I think Australia needs to look at their batting lineup and see how they can get more stability and depth in their batting order. They have a lot of big match players who can win games on their day, but they need to find a way to get those players in better positions and give them more support from the other batsmen. If they can address that issue, I'm sure their fortunes will change. Australia's last stand, the epic third ODI showdown against South Africa 2025, was truly a match for the ages. The nail-biting finish, the brilliant performances by both teams, and the larger implications for the series made it a must-watch encounter. South Africa's victory in this match not only secured them the series win, but also showcased their growth as a formidable force in world cricket. Australia, on the other hand, will be eager to learn from their mistakes and make a strong comeback in the remaining matches. The series promises to be a thrilling contest, and fans can look forward to more epic battles between these two cricketing powerhouses. Thank you for joining us on this journey down memory lane. If you enjoyed reliving this epic showdown, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts. And we will catch you in the next episode of our series, where we bring you the most exciting and unforgettable moments in cricket history. Until then, stay tuned for more updates.